welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, as we get set for what ought to be a terrific battle. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Golden Gophers will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Air Force's offense will get the ball first. And Jesse, they've got a running back they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
That's a nice-looking run. I'll tell you, when it comes to the academies, I know the Air Force is known for being mighty in the skies, but on the football field, it's what they're able to do on the ground. Year in, year out, they are so dangerous toting the rock, whether it's the option, whether it's conventional, whether it's spread. These guys are dialed into what they want to do, and they wear defenses down.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
It'll be 3rd and long. Johnson looking to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
And the Falcons will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the 2nd level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the 2nd level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the 2nd level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Now on 1st down from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Here's a hit. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Jukes his way for more. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The option look. He has the first and still on his feet. Across the 25, he's got room. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Here comes the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking for the score. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And the field goal unit is on the field. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, no change in the score.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Fires and picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Takes the handoff. It's Harris. That's the 20. He's got space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
The Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Johnson looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make the play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
This time on target. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
The Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got his man. He'll move it up to to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Turner. At midfield, he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Under fire. Pulls it in, it's Glenn. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Catch in the middle, it's Turner. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on 3rd down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That's caught. It's Turner. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Minneapolis. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at the bank there in the Twin Cities.
And the Falcons will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations. When you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field, they didn't have it set up that time.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Bringing the heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
You knew this first possession of the second half. It goes a long way deciding who's going to win this football game. It's tied, but this defense comes out. Great job setting up a third and long, getting a stop, getting the ball right back to their offense to create some early momentum.
They boot it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Looks as if he's going to run it. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quarterback will keep it. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Using his feet. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The Falcons line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. And the Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
I mean, you can say that's a quarterback or you can call him a running back. I mean, goodness gracious, he's dropping back to throw the football, but when he sees a hole, his eyes get big and he just explodes through it. Everybody's trying to catch him, trying to get to him, just chewing up yards so easily.
Johnson wants to throw it. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you can tell this offense, they just don't feel comfortable running the football. 1st and goal situation, a lot of times it's a run. They throw an incomplete pass. 2nd and goal, it's a sack. This offense, they've got to find a way to stretch this defense. Maybe some crossing routes. Maybe throw it up to one of the big fellas. They got to find something better to execute down here in the red zone.
Been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Running the option, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Falcons! They move on top here in the 4th.
Number 11.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
PAT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some 1st downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
On the move, it's Turner. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
To throw, it's Lindsey. A shot toward the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Fullback's got it. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Makes the grab. It's Roberson. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner goes down. Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down 1 score. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going for 6. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? We just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw again. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down. Into the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They want to run this quarterback. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Line gets set, 1st down. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.